starting off with jobs and benefits, and I think really we ignore benefits at the moment. It's just about jobs. Is anybody familiar with the direct government job database? So in other words, we're talking about the three ways that you can get into, like the booth thing, the jobs, the live jobs that the operative in the job centre sees, and also the remote database online, and to see the difference between live jobs, third-party jobs, job from agencies that possibly might be on job boards. Then there was an opinion, I think, please chip in if you want to at any point, that we've got, say, county council and government public jobs, which we thought were kind of okay in terms of the data was good. The direct gov data we thought was from my experience working in Kenilworth, was very difficult because it wasn't Google searchable unless it was kind of copied to something called Job is Job, what was the other one, Job Hits or something like that, which we thought was kind of around, and we did a little play with that. Then we got into a discussion to do with newspapers and maybe print versus digital jobs, and the commercial aspect behind, for an example, if a job employer wanted to say here's a job but not say where it's from, and we're talking about CV chasing and agencies and red herrings and all sorts of things like that. I put a few things down here to say, from the user's point of view, if you are looking for a job, then one definition might be, to not look at some benefits, but with all the cuts running around with Citizens Advice, Business Link, Chamber of Trade. And that's as far as we got. Anything else that we mentioned there?
I think we got to the point where we sort of said that actually what we really, because of finding out where to go to get jobs. Yeah, you basically end up with direct gov and with job centres, and actually, like you've had some experience, and I've had the same experience as well using direct gov. It's not very easy to use, and like with location, you can't really find jobs in your area very easily at all. It's really not very good. So we basically just want very, very, very simple data format of the jobs with a little postcode even on each job, something like that. That would be ideal. So that we can just have just map it to a location very easily and just say, well, that's near me, that's within a few miles of me, without having to go through this system which decides that if you put in Kenilworth, you actually get South Coventry or somewhere that's actually 20 miles away when you've asked for 5 miles away.
So the sort of simple request to government is, can we have an API please for the database that's in direct gov and for the database that's in the job centres? Because the way in which you're doing it at the moment is a bit flawed, and with an API people can find better ways of doing it. The other thing was, it seemed odd because there are lots of jobs that actually have the same job title and the same job description. If you're looking for 4 cleaners in the same place, they look like 4 duplicate jobs, or are they 4 definite jobs? So oddly enough, it might be a very useful first attempt at linked data for government, because we want to know that that job is that job, not a copy of that job.